Oh, you have to intro, right? Are you recording with it?
What? I just started recording. What is a 5-letter
Oh.
word for work? Actually, work.
Like study?
Ah, you got it.
In fact, let's make that the word of the week. Welcome.
Oh god,
playlist.
That was true rhetoric on display.
That was awful.
21st century rhetoric on display.
Oh, jeepers.
was
Yeah, what
real.
number is this now? 12? Study, playlist, you know. Midterms coming up for you, Vic, right? That's what you said. Gotta study somehow, so.
I mean, I was gonna just
Might as
put
well
on-
do it with music on, am I right?
I was just gonna do like Death Grip's greatest hits to study playlist. But I don't know.
Imagine studying.
Hey, to each their own.
I'm locked in.
Nice.
I'm gonna start a song.
All right, so who wants to donate the first vibe?
The song is called "In Motion." It is from the Social Network score by Trent
Bruh.
Atticus Ross.
I'm in 9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, from 9 Inch Nails. They collabed for the Social Network score, and we're gonna give it a listen.
Oh, hello.
Shit, I wasn't muted.
I thought that was really cool. I thought the song progressed very, very well. I think that was my favorite part of the song. It was kind of long, but I mean, so our study sessions, you know, we grind. So I think that.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Scott. I thought the structure was very well thought out. Very slow building, which I like in songs. It seemed like he kind of did a lot, or maybe enough, with a few elements, like a couple. Like there was the bass, moving melody line. There's only a few elements, but he managed to make it interesting enough all the way through.
I like the dissonance, and I like how the sounds clash. I think all the synth sounds are like they work really well together in like amplifying the dissonance. Even though the bass is supplying a lot of drive, so are the drums in little ways. Yeah,
I think I picked the song specifically during this time because this is like the part of the semester where it's like crunch time, like pretty much like the last month for Scott and I at least. So like from beat one, you get that like driving, and it's kind of like crunch time. You got to go, and I don't think it is a bit of a crazy song. It develops a little bit, but not like too much where it kind of takes your attention away from what you're studying.
Decided that I'm not going to pick songs that I listen to while I study because I don't. Oftentimes, my studying involves me listening to or playing music.
Flip the switch, OD.
So we're gonna listen to a Tool song.
Right off the rip. I'm gonna pick one of their most famous songs. It's called Lateralis.
Wow. Vic has gone MIA.
Probiotic fruit and yogurt. It's got some
Jungle
almonds
Beats,
and
holla at
raisins
me.
So
to go.
I really like the. You said my mic was cutting out.
who said so?
No.
Someone talking shit?
Oh, I thought you said. I thought someone was trying to talk smack on Chief Keef. Perfect. So I really like the intro with like the washing loops. I appreciated the other Tool album we listened to. I really appreciated
The longer sections.
because they allow for like more space and they add to the length as well, and allows me to kind of like focus in. In the chorus, in the middle section, I like how the vocals were almost like mixed in with the guitars. It was a more unified moment.
I think that Tool are just masters of song progression. I think that's well known by now, but on display here as well. I think to really describe and truly appreciate a Tool song, you have to like take in-depth notes almost because there's just so much going on. The span of time. I mean, this song is almost 10 minutes.
The notes.
Damn.
So I really enjoyed the drumming sections. I think there was a lot of cool.
Much going on.
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on.
Much going.
Yeah, I think there's a lot going on. There's
Much going on display here. Well, I think mud. Like
yeah, I think there's a lot.
much going on. Like mud. Like much going on. Like mud.
something I think that you can take from each instrument in different parts of the song that are really unique. Sounds that on the guitar that I've never heard anyone make before. The bassist, last section, the bassist has that big like wow, wow part. I think that's really cool. Polyrhythm help understand music better. That's what I do it for.
No, I have a song. It's one of my favorite David Bowie songs. It's gonna be a David Bowie song from Low, classic electronic rock album, and the song is called Subterraneans. It's the last song on it.
All right, I'm gonna go first because I took a bunch of notes. So I'm gonna say everything you guys were gonna say, and we can just get right to the next song. Okay.
Cool, sounds good.
Okay.
All right. I like this song a lot, so I'm gonna read off of my list of things very quickly. Right at the beginning, I really liked there was strings, bass, and what I'm guessing was horns, but kind of like deep in the background. Some really cool dissonance going on that I liked. Beautiful but sad, almost. It was like melancholy, bittersweet, which I really liked. No defined sense of tempo. Things would kind of just happen. Not random intervals. But
Yeah, this isn't what I think when I think of David Bowie. Like under pressure and stuff like that. Definitely really different and really, really cool. Major influences like going further from this music. And I thought that the vocal performance, like the moaning in the background, was beautiful. I can see how Halo 3 soundtrack got its start.
Yeah, it's kind of just to like cut it. It's almost like a chant on like Gregorian chant, abandoned strings and everything. It was like really cool.
I thought the song was incredibly emotional. It immediately set up a lot of space with the droning synths in the beginning, and I love the strings. I thought they were absolutely gorgeous. I have a picture of a guy here just crying. He's just absolutely sad. And then you have the saxophone there. It was just a beautiful song.
There's nothing that makes me want to cry more than, or at least listening to a song than listening to David Bowie. It feels like, because it draws this album draws a lot of similarities to his last album, Black Star. This song, a lot of great sounds. He really revolutionized, with Brian Eno, who's his collaborator, revolutionized this sort of rock. Yeah, I don't think he actually has lyrics. Like, I don't even think he says words. I think it's just a chant. But like, they're just very. What are you laughing at? What is so funny?
Scott's gonna rip.
Honestly, I might listen to that song again just to feel something.
Might go buy a paintball gun just to feel something.
In other news, I have a song that I am going to pick, Tired Boy by Joey Pecoraro. I found this song, it was the first time I ever used the Shazam feature on Snapchat, and I was like looking at like furniture with my parents, and I was like, oh my god, what is this?
Out. It wasn't even the song you heard. The Shazam glitched out. This is just a random song.
Give me a visual countdown.
3.
Really liked the intro synths and the dancing melody. Thought it was gonna be, more centered around that, but then it just very abrupt, and I love that. I feel like it was very surprising, and I liked how the beat was kind of rickety. Like, I don't know, it didn't feel like he spent a ton of time like getting the mix of each drum sound just right, or Alexa. But then the synths would come in, there'd be an abrupt like sample.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Victor. It was very Jiminy Cricket or whatever word he was using.
Rickety.
I thought this was like a quintessential like chilled cow type thing, but it was kind of a bit more. The song had more layers to it. Like, they had the synth passage in the middle, the horny, sad loop that he used. And it was just a great study track. I'm definitely putting that one in the playlist.
I guess, I liked them, but the hard transitions were interesting and surprising at first, especially the first one where it just like cuts right to this song kind of felt like a collage of ideas, almost like that Disclosure song we listened to, where Angels Fear to Tread, where they took an older song and kind of brought it into the present day.
Yeah, I really love that like old-timey radio sound. You said like keys are changed. I thought it was like a dog like
there's all
shaking
kinds
off
of
like water, and I don't know, I just thought it was a really, really cool aesthetic that he
vibe vibe.
Yeah, but
vibes.
Would I call it a vibe? I call it a vibe.
Does it fall into the vibe category?
The song is called Untitled by Interpol.
By Rex Orange County?
Oh, from Turn On the Bright Lights.
How many songs are titled Untitled, do you think?
They're from New York.
That's it, we're done. That's all you need to know.
They're an American rock band that were big in the early 2000s.
New York and American? All right.
What?
Similar
now
to
you're talking.
the Strokes.
Yes.
Yep.
Perfect word to describe this song.
Study.
Society. That's the word.
I was gonna say untitled, but you know,
Untitled?
each their own. The song's an enigma. You can't give it a title.
5-letter word for untitled.
Whoa, what'd you call me?
Yeah, you can't say that, Scott. I like this song a lot. This is a cool song. I'm a big fan of this song. I love that guitar. Love the reverb on that. Sounds great. Almost like a doubled part. It's not like a drone because it changes chords, that guitar and the bass, but there were some really great harmonies in there. I love the mixing. I love the guitar, bass, and vocal tones as well. I thought they all, linked up very well.
This song really matched an aesthetic, and I think the Untitled is very guiding for, like, I don't know, it feels like a very direct way that you should feel about this song because it's very familiar. It kind of inspires procrastination, kind of like we'll come around sometime. It's like familiar, like it'll come back to you. It's sort of like we're working on it or whatever.
I thought one of my favorite parts of the song was the droning with the like very basic guitar at the end of the song. I thought that was like a really, really cool like outro to the whole, as I said, the aesthetic of this song. Great closer for the song itself.
So I was having trouble deciding to choose this song because I thought the vocals were going to be like a little too imposing, but I think they've kind of have the same effect in the Tool song where they kind of melt together with the guitars and the drums and the bass. You almost can't decipher what he's saying, and that kind of leads to like the progression and momentum of the track.
I think that was a great decision to kind of mix the vocals into the rest of the band. This one, we're going to listen to a specific version of the song because it is better than the studio version, I have decided.
Load up YouTube? Is that what you're saying?
So, yep, going on YouTube for this one. It's going to be a Radiohead song. We're going to go to the King of Limbs from the Basement on YouTube, and we're going to listen to the first song, Bloom. Radiohead's like an alternative rock band that was founded in the mid-90s, and they're still together today.
Michael Bloomberg from the Basement.
Right.
Bro, Carlos
Yeah.
just froze.
Oh, we can talk about mine.
Listening to that song made me scared that I will never be that good at something in my life.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to think that there's 6 guys in there that made that.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
big Meg Thee Stallion vibes.
I can
Anyone
hear
else?
Pop Smoke on that
Nice.
shit.
Yeah.
Pops.
That was Meg Thee
Yeah, I'm
Stallion.
gonna
all
call my
day.
manager, see if I can get a feature on that. Yeah, not to mention the camera work. I know we're just talking about
Yeah,
music, but
dude, the
They're
Walter
like,
White. Wait, who's
The place looks awesome, and it sounds incredible.
who's the drummer that
Uh-huh.
was like Walter White? Who was that?
He was bald.
The bald one?
Yeah.
Just let me
yeah,
talk.
there.
What is going on?
I didn't know
I
you
was
were
just like
going.
talking, and you're like, all right,
I
Scott.
didn't even know.
In the beginning,
Simon says, "Oh,
obviously just a great song. I guess I'll start off with that. They really had to focus on what they were playing because the rhythms were so complex. Reverberation in all caps on my notes because as soon as Tom started singing, you could hear the amount of reverb that was on there. And I thought the horns acting as like a secondary voice and also like interpolating Tom singing was really, really good.
Objectively.
My favorite part is the 808 sounds they had, the toms or whatever. I thought that was really fun. I mean, it was kind of very stressful to watch, like, how focused they were. I almost didn't want to watch it because they're all just like, but yeah, my favorite part was when he said, open your mouth. It was like his first line, and he just opened his mouth so wide for like 20 seconds.
Watching it actually kind of helped to pick out, like, when the camera was focusing on one thing, I could hear that more, and when they were focusing on a different thing, I could hear that rhythm more. Like, for example, there's like 2 different guitar. Was it 2? I think there might have
There were
been
2
even more.
guitars.
But you could hear each individually was playing a different rhythm, and it was so intricate that, like, I with my untrained ear wouldn't have been able to really see like each part for its full value.
I love watching them play in these like live sessions. Tons and tons of individual like chaos can come together to form like I think beautiful harmony and intricacy. Everyone's in their own time. You got like 3 different guys playing drums. And just to all of our wonderful viewers, if you are a Radiohead fan, I highly recommend the From the Basement sessions. They're really, really great.
Yeah, just wait till my classic review is it's over for the Radiohead fans.
It's over. Pablo Honey? No. Isn't that like the cringe one?
Ross is throwing up.
Shout outs to Sam. Me and Sam have been running this album up recently.
Sam.
This song
Whoa,
is
wanna?
called The F Word by
What? Sam
Cannibal
can't say the F word.
Ox. Cannibal Ox are a classic underground group. This released, I believe, 2001, New York City's finest. I've only released one other album, but they're, like legendary hip hop album, The Cold Vein. LP, I believe, produced this song. They were frequent collaborators with LP.
Actually, on a song on this album, he's on Ridiculoid.
Yeah,
LP.
he's featured a couple times. It doesn't say.
Yes, Scott. What's your question?
Is it actually the F word, or is it the quote
No,
the F word?
it's not the F slur.
The Fortnite word.
Yeah.
They do my favorite thing in classic hip hop rap, where they have the other guys jump on certain words and syllables. They give a little extra emphasis. Beastie Boys mainstay. I love that technique. Like the line, the F word was like the central, I guess, plot. And then the beat was kind of interesting. It was a little unusual.
Yeah, that synth was fat. I think is
that
the.
synth was BBW.
I thought it was really a cool instrumental, and I really liked his voice. I thought the story was pretty cool, about being in the friend zone and stuff. And then I honestly, one of my favorite parts was when they stripped away the bat synths at the end, and it was just kind of like a gentle outro to the song.
Fat, pog, synth. The drums were very heavy as well. I like how they, the F word, flirtatious and friends and fighting. That was really cool to hear out. So it made you focus on the lyrics more, even though the synth was very fat. We love Fortnite.
The story of the song is something that I guess most of us can probably connect with in some way. I think that makes it a little better is because you can relate to.
Yeah, I don't relate to that at all.
Yeah, no. Ross is never.
Oh, I will. Although I will say, is this study vibes?
Stop the Not that this is necessarily a good thing, but this song is surprisingly not misogynistic, like basically most 90s style rap songs are. Unique wordplay. My favorite line is I can't fit in that anorexic space between love and hate.
What's that one Lupe line? I used to hate hip hop because I'm integrated.
To finish us off, it's called Balcony Vibes by Katashi Kato. I know nothing about this man except that on Spotify he describes himself as beats are my yin and yang, low fidelity from Berlin City. So
I guess I'm ready.
Wheezy vibes. Getting a lot of Lil Wayne vibes.
This one was a little different for me. It wasn't getting Wayne vibes.
This one had mad. I was getting mad.
I was getting mad.
Freddie Gibbs.
Young Thugs vibes. Some slap.
I was getting some Lil Baby, but tease on.
Lil Baby.
Okay. I mean,
yo guys, Lil Baby or Gunna?
I'm gonna kill myself.
I'm with Lil Baby.
I'm with Gunna just because he's on Lesbian.
Oh yeah, that gem. That's
that
a real
masterpiece.
gem.
That is oh my god.
Was a real cut above. At first glance, it's like, oh, it's chilled cow. He really showed a great skill for, mixing in this very catchy guitar. It reminded me of Lean on Me. Every time it descended, it was like...
The tambourine goes nuts on this track. That is my favorite part of the whole song. FKJ vibes from the guitar loop. It's a great way to end off the playlist. Can't wait to study.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I thought the guitar riff was great, really catchy. I love the guitar tone, especially. It's really bright and clean. The Rhodes keyboard in the background, which was a little harder to hear, I thought was really cool, and it was a great, without the Rhodes, it would have been a lot thinner and less enjoyable, I think. So I thought that was a great element. I wish it was longer.
As soon as I heard the guitar riff for the first time, I thought it was just really infectious. This guy, he actually plays the guitar himself, so it's not like a like a sample that he takes out or anything like that.
Yeah, this song
From
was.
Whoa!
This song was surprisingly not misogynistic.
Oh, wow.
I'm not getting balcony vibes from this. I feel like balcony is too bougie. We're proletariat. We're
Like
comrades. We're
front
not
porch vibes.
This is like no. I'm joking. This is like. Have you
When
guys
you listen
ever?
to when you look out the window of from the American football cover, that's what it's like.
Yeah, so there we go. Study vibes. Study.
Most if you study, assuming you are in school. You know, when you're doing a menial task, pick out like a David Bowie song and it'll be perfect.
Wait, what'd you say, Vixen?
I didn't hear the first thing Scott said because I lagged out, but it's fine. We get the.
I
We get,
don't remember
I guess we
what I
get.
said.
No. I don't think. I got
It's just the
you.
outro. It's not that hard.
Yeah, no, I didn't get you saying like, all right, guys, like, see next week.
I don't think you said anything.
I got it.
Knowing me, it
Let us
was
know in the comments. Let us know if you listen to music while you study or not, and if you do, what type of music you listen to.